I think I scared him straight.
You think you're the scared straight. You're like, listen, man, do you really want to go back to this?
That's not what I meant, you fuck. Welcome to Man of the Year.
I'm Matt Ritter.
I'm Aaron Karo.
We are champions of friendship.
And we have the best friendship tradition ever. We're part of a group of 9 best friends who have known each other since childhood. And for the past 20 years, on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, we all gather at Peter Luger's Steakhouse in Brooklyn. And we have a dinner where we vote on which friend had the best year. That person wins our gigantic Man of the Year trophy. It's about 2/3 of a Stanley Cup. They get their name engraved on it, and they get the trophy for the rest of the year.
And you got to understand, this is a cash-only, kind of mob-like type old-school restaurant. People are going nuts. It's the craziest night of the year, and the voting, completely subjective. Doesn't matter. You could have gotten a new job. You could have sold a TV show. That doesn't mean shit to our friends. You have to prove to your 9 best friends that you're the best year of life. And it's just an amazing tradition that has kept us close. And the reason we're doing this podcast is we feel like a lot of people are disconnected from their friends or having a hard time even making friends. There's an epidemic of loneliness. You know, we just want you to feel like when you're listening to us, you're with your best friends and just having those laughs, telling the same story over and over again. And, you know, we want to just be your homies away from home.
So I recently saved a marriage. We have a great friend, one of our best friends, my best friend, and she, is having marital difficulties,
to say the least.
And it was getting down to sort of like lawyer time. And she calls me up and she's like, "Will you talk to my husband?"
I've never heard of a more ridiculous thing to do, but it's like, hey, should we call a couples therapist? No, just call Karo. Just call Karo.
Call our only single friend.
Just call a guy who has zero experience saving marriages.
Yeah.
But now you're 1 for 1.
And
you're 1 for 1.
I'm 1 for 1. She just thought that I'm like very much alike her husband, much more alike to her than they are to each other. And so, you know what? I talked to him, and you know what I did? I listened. Because that's all the husband really wants.
Right.
I just wanted to listen.
Right.
I just want someone to listen
Nobody
to him.
listens to
Listen. And I listened to him. And then right from that time on, they reconciled. They got back together. Now they're going strong. Now, is this correlation or causation? Because you only call Karo when you're at the real
wit's end.
At the wit's end. And therefore, there was only one way to go, then up? Or did I actually do anything?
I mean, first of all, I want to know, so you spent time on the phone with both of them, or just one with him and one with her?
Well, because she's already my best friend, I was already talking to her anyway.
Yeah.
But it was
Did
just
you have a strategy going in?
I had made some notes, but then I was just listening to him, and I'm not going to lie, he had some good points. He had some good points.
So you were on her side fully when the thing started.
And I was always
she's your best friend.
Best friend, yeah. Always on her side. I think the only thing I said was kind of like, put it this way. When you're a husband, you're a man, you're real. He's older than us, you're a man. And you are speaking to your wife's best friend, ne'er-do-well, right. Your wife's best friend, ne'er-do-well, bachelor friend.
Yeah.
Fear of God. You're like, this is it.
I actually was thinking that he did that because he already knew he was getting divorced, so he was humoring you. And then it turned out wrong. I was wrong.
I think I scared him straight.
You think you're the scared straight. You're like, listen, man, do you really want to go back to this?
That's not what I meant, you fuck. Oh, that's brilliant. Shit.
If so,
yeah.
Great method.
I was more thinking more that when you visit when your kid is like acting out and you bring him to the jail.
Yeah, no, I know you're talking about the TV version of
Scared Straight.
I thought you were saying, look, man, you don't want to be just you don't want to be ordering in from Fresh Direct alone every single night for the next 20 years.
Oh, no, I was like, dude, this is great. Come to my side. You don't have to deal
great.
all that stuff you just said. I don't deal with that.
He doesn't want to live in that single divorcee condo.
Yeah.
Like the divorcee condo. Nobody wants to go there. I mean,
the
place.
Yeah.
It's a place.
It's a sad place.
It's a place.
Now, what do you think about this? Is something that I've heard many times happen to people I know. The wife or sometimes girlfriend who doesn't let the husband see his friends anymore.
Ugh,
This has happened to me a couple times.
I hate that.
First of all, what an insane thing.
Second of all, what kind of person let or doesn't let out of the house? What are you, Julia Roberts and sleeping with the enemy?
Never seen it.
What? Where he moves the towels?
No. What is that?
You're the guy that organizes your towels just like this.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing it because you're impersonating the psychopath
No.
from sleeping with the enemy.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, you gotta have your towels. Just he will beat you if you don't have your towels. Just so he will beat you.
And what does that have to do with not seeing your friends?
He wouldn't let her out of the house.
Oh, okay. Got it.
That's the whole thing.
I mean, if Julia Roberts was in my house, I wouldn't let her out of the house either.
Yeah, you don't let her out.
Yeah.
I mean, you let her out, she's gonna find somebody better.
Yeah, she's gonna find.
He
Lala
was
Love.
right. He was
Yeah.
right not to let her out of the
Yeah.
house. Are we taking the side of the psychotic murderer?
The moral of the story, he was
Don't
right.
Let her out of the house.
Yeah.
You let her out of the house, she's gonna meet some poetry guy. Is what she did. She met some theater teacher and had a little affair over apples.
So we had
Great movie.
another member of the group, early member, like late, after high school, and he got married. You were at the wedding, and then his wife didn't like us.
Yeah.
And we've never spoken to him ever again.
I mean,
First of all, who doesn't like us?
some people for sure.
Who doesn't like us?
I mean, for sure, we're
It's a
not for
good
everybody,
group.
but it's a good group.
we're not for everybody,
Listen,
but for most people.
Yeah, so if we weren't for her,
yeah.
Godspeed to her. But I mean, if you marry somebody who just like doesn't want you to be with your friends, like what kind of person is that?
I know. But they stay. They're still married.
Then what kind of person is your friend?
Yeah. Well, not a
Not
friend
a friend.
anymore.
Not a friend.
But imagine saying to someone, I don't.
I don't think they say it.
Oh.
I don't think it's said.
Had
Here's
it-
what I think. I think it's just, no, we have plans. No, I'm not feeling well. I have a headache. No. Can I just go? No, I really need you in the house. No. Well, can I go on vacation? We're doing this boys trip.
Yeah.
No. I really need you in the house this weekend. No, it was a weekend we were going to go shopping for new drapes.
I think it says more about the guy.
Oh yeah.
Because I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
I
No,
guess
I mean,
that's why I'm not married.
but I mean, look, also like we're not shedding tears over this friend.
No. I mean, at the time, maybe.
Yeah. But I do think there's like, look, that's an extreme example. There definitely are regular, normal situations where, women just aren't, into certain of their husbands' friends and vice versa.
I mean, people have bad influence friends.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean,
You.
me.
You.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah. Both of us. Yeah. No, I mean, look, in honesty, I'm like, I think probably there are people in our friend circles where like, we don't, not our close friends, but there are people whose spouses you don't love or, significant others you love or probably or don't love us. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
if that person just chooses to never hang out with you again, they're not your friend.
So what do you think about the reverse, which is that like, I'm friends with your wife, like independent of you.
Yeah. Thank God. Somebody's got to hang
Just-
out with her.
Because there's this book.
No, I'm kidding. Come on. I
Okay.
love my wife. We're
Yeah.
all like best friends.
Yeah.
He married us. We know this.
I officiated the wedding.
Yeah.
But I think some people would think that's weird. They're like, I'll just text your wife and like we'll go do something.
Yeah, I definitely think you have to be very secure in your relationship, first of all.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys have a problem with friends texting their wives. I actually think like a lot of guys have a problem with it. I think I'm in the minority that has no problem with my friends texting my wife because like we are genuine friends.
Right. Right.
But I also think that's part of it too. Is like, are you guys like, is there a real friendship? Can you be really friends with other people's significant others?
I mean, listen,
Our circle, yes.
you guys get divorced. I'll never speak to her again. I mean, that's
That's
just-
what matters.
That's it.
That's
So,
what matters.
Yes, we are.
You married us.
Yes.
We're our
I
friends.
brought you into
but
this
if-
world.
If anything
Yeah.
ever happened, you never speak to that person.
Now, the upside is
Yeah.
if you do get divorced, divorce party.
Divorce party. Does the world know about divorce parties?
The divorce party is probably besides the Man of the Year trophy, our best. And it's not the best tradition because it's not always.
I mean, we don't want to make it our
I
tradition.
prefer to have less divorce
Yeah,
parties.
Well, I'd like to have one more
Yeah.
if we can. I'm not like saying, hey, one of my good friends get divorced.
Yeah.
I just one of the most fun activities we've done in a while.
Yeah. So basically, A divorce party is a party we throw for a friend who's getting divorced. It's a reverse bachelor party.
Yeah.
We go to Vegas and we just do everything.
Those T-shirts that you came up with
Yes.
are incredible.
Yes, we'll post the t-shirts. We actually have logos that we should actually put in like the .png file or whatever. So let
Get
other people
out
use
however you can.
Yeah, get out however you
It
can.
had
It's
a
great.
it had a missing finger, cut off finger. It was great.
Yeah, and we gave t-shirts out.
Oh God, that was
and
amazing.
and it was a reverse bachelor party. So like he was giving lap dances. No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah.
And I would like to have, I would like more divorce parties, but I don't want my friends getting divorced. So it's a tricky thing there.
And
It's like I would love to go to a divorce party, but I don't want
Right.
it to be at the expense of my friend's happiness.
I think it's about sort of making lemons out of lemonade. You know, it's not a great situation when someone gets divorced. Sometimes it
Yeah.
is, but
But
like
you should have a divorce party. You're right.
Right.
There, you should celebrate your singleness.
right. Well, also celebrating, you know, better than staying in a shitty marriage.
Yeah, I don't. Thankfully, we don't
I
have
couldn't
that
have
many-
saved that one.
You couldn't have. I don't even
Yeah.
know. Isn't it a little premature to say you saved the one that you saved?
That's horrible. I saved it.
I mean,
I saved it.
isn't there like a certain cutoff amount of time for saying like I saved this marriage? Like, how long has it been?
It's been about a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like 6 months.
Yeah. No, they're good.
Was it over a year or under a year?
It's been about a year.
We need the date.
It's been. I'm gonna have to look
See,
it up.
now I'm thinking it's under. Now I'm thinking it's under
Let me look it up.
because you now realize that under a year is not. You can't say you saved a marriage if it hasn't been a year since the whole conversation happened. If it's 366 days, I'll give you credit.
I have saved marriage in here. It's been 13 months.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marriage saver.
Okay.
Look, you now married people. Maybe this is the next phase of your own career. Now maybe you also need to save those marriages because of the 4 marriages that you
Yes.
married 4 people and now they're not all together.
I've officiated 4 weddings. Only one has gotten divorced. You know what we should do? I don't know if we
Why
can
didn't
do
you
that,
save that one?
is maybe we should make like a guessing game.
Oh, with the pictures. Which
I
one
actually
is
have it
married?
on my Hinge profile. Where I have a collage of all 4.
You have a picture of my wife and I on your Hinge profile.
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. I have a picture of all 4.
Isn't that like illegal?
It's all fair in love and war.
This is,
So I have a picture of all 4
I'm
of the
calling
weddings.
Hinge tomorrow. I'm
Call
calling
Hinge.
headquarters.
I have a picture of all 4 of the weddings I officiated, and I say, "Can you guess which couple's divorced?"
I
He
hope.
fucking crushes.
How many people said
Fucking
me
crushes.
and my wife?
Honestly, recently someone guessed it, but besides that, no one ever
Okay,
guesses
good.
it. No one ever guesses it. It's a great. Every once in a while, someone will write, "This is horrible." I'm like, "Well, we're not going to get along."
Oh yeah, you're not a good time. She's not a friend of pleasure. I'll tell you that much.
Not a friend of pleasure.
Not a friend of pleasure.
But going back to being friends with your wife, and I said, "How do you feel about it?" And you said, "Love it." There's this book that I read called "How to Not Die Alone" by Logan Ury,
Yeah.
and it's about successful relationship practices. And she coined this term OSO, other significant other, which is basically like you can't be everything to your wife.
Yep.
Nowadays, they expect you to be their pastor and their therapist and their gym buddy. And it's good to have other friends when you do other shit.
Yeah,
with.
my wife and I have a very healthy relationship in that sense. She's never liked sports. I've never been like, oh, I wish I was with
Right.
the Chicago Bears chick.
Right.
Who crushes beers. It's like, it's fine. I can have Sunday morning with my buddies. And if she wants to go do
Flower stuff, she calls me.
Flower stuff,
I don't
yeah,
know.
she
I
calls
don't know why. Yeah.
yeah. No, I actually think that's super important to not have 100% of your needs
Yeah.
attempted to be met by
sexual needs.
Yeah, well,
met by-
all your
met by your
sexual
wife.
needs should be met
Yeah.
by your spouse, but all your other needs should be met by just a wide variety of random people.
Do you ever notice you have a group of guy friends? When you have a group of guy friends, the girlfriends and the wives, they become friends,
Yes,
but not the opposite.
when girls have, yeah,
You're not friends with your wives'
I'm not.
friends' husbands.
I'm not.
Yeah. But
Why
we-
is that?
But we make our wives and girlfriends become friends.
No, do we make them or do they choose to?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But how? Wait,
Right. It doesn't even make
Whoa.
any. Yeah.
mind blown.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about my wife's friends, husbands, and boyfriends. Like, never texted one of them
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Although there's a little bit of an age gap
Yeah.
because she's younger, so I think a lot of the husband and boyfriends are younger. I've never even never lobbed. I don't even have their numbers in my phone.
Right.
Never been like, let's go get a beer.
Right. Because why would you?
Why would
You're
I?
nothing to me.
You're nothing.
Yeah.
You're less than nothing to me.
But our friends'
You're
wives.
my wife's friend's boyfriend.
Yeah. But our friends' wives, they're like good friends.
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
Whoa.
Is it because of patriarchal society? We're like,
Must
this is
be.
this is the circle now.
These are the rules.
Yeah.
Them's the rules.
Yeah, maybe because we have such a strong friend group, they have no
I
other
think
choice.
that's it too. Our
Yeah.
strength, our gravitational pull.
Yeah.
We rope in. But I was thinking about that too, because like now in the next phase of my life, are my friends just gonna be like my wife's baby mom husband dudes? You know, like, because that's who I'm gonna be around.
Are your friends going to be your wives? Yes, you're going to become friends with your kids' parents.
Right. So
Your
I'm
kids'
saying,
friends' parents.
right, but I'm saying those friendships generally tend to be started by the wives.
I mean, if you're fucking living in the 50s.
Yeah, I think so. No, I
Okay.
think even
Yeah,
in
yeah.
2022, I think
Yeah.
they're still the leader of the
Right.
school stuff.
Right. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I living in 1950?
I think so. I think you're living from Don't Worry, Darling.
Am I like
Yeah.
a husband in Don't Worry,
Yeah.
Darling?
Yeah. I've never seen it.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
I think I'm like, am I afraid of it or am I excited about it? I think I'm maybe looking forward to making new friends to replace you guys.
I think we've reached our expiration.
Yeah, I think I want new friend. I think I'm in that phase where I want to just make friends with these random dudes, and our only thing we have in common is we both have babies.
All right, I think you should shoot higher. Okay, this is what you do. This is what our buddy did.
Yeah.
You send them to when you're shopping for private schools, you have to go to private school in LA. You go to the one where there's bougie parents.
Yep.
And then you befriend those people. And then
Yeah.
you have better friends. You replace us with richer, smarter celebrity people.
Yeah,
I went
my plan.
I was doing drop off. My friend's kid, I went to drop off with her in
Right.
Dallas, and I met Dirk Nowitzki.
Right.
and
I'd rather
Right.
be friends with Dirk Nowitzki than you.
I would trade you for Dirk
Right.
Nowitzki any day.
Right. So that's what's going to happen, I think.
Yeah.
But the question is, because you were just saying, but you're not friends with any of your wife's friends' husbands. But I guess for whatever reason, when you make them in school, you do.
Yes, it's a kid.
The kid.
You would rather be friends with your kids' friends'
Dads than you.
than your. No. You would rather be friends with your kids' friends' dad
Yes.
than your wife's friend's husband.
Option A, wife's friend's husband. Option B, my son's friend's dad. Son's friend's dad.
Yeah, 'cause-
Every time.
Yes, because your
Every-
son has better taste.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Than my wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh, easy.
Easy. Cool kid. Cool.
Easy.
Yeah.
And I've probably spent 100 times with this guy, and I've spent one with this guy.
Right. Right.
This is my new best friend
Yeah.
immediately.
So something we talk about in this podcast is how to make new friends. Have a child.
Why do you think I did this? to further my line?
Have a child.
What do you think I did to
Yeah.
further my line? Is
Yeah.
because I have nobody to hang out with
Yeah.
sometimes. You know, like she's out of the house and, you know, like I don't have anybody to call. I'm like, all right, if I have a baby, there will be another guy who's also in the same situation. Hey, you want to go hang out? Want to sit here and do nothing with me?
So you have to be in the running for the next man of the year because you have a very pregnant wife right now.
You know, I would have thought when I married her that would have gotten me the trophy. Got nothing. She's very offended about that.
I am
Not to lobby at all.
well. That was the year there was a controversy,
No.
That
This
wasn't
was,
the year.
This was 2017.
but I'm very excited to babysit.
You know, not to lead off by insulting you, because
Yeah.
look, Aaron happens to be one of the like best friends of people's kids. It's really an amazing quality. Like he will come babysit for your kid. Like you can't even get a babysitter in this town, and Aaron will volunteer to babysit. But at the same time, I just find that a little bit fraudulent.
You find it a little bit. You said, Karo, you're a fraud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I know that you dispute it, but I feel like deep down you know there's something. I don't know. You're the only person I know who doesn't have kids, who's just like so eager to babysit other people's kids, and I'm just like, I'll pass.
I mean, I don't
Not like creepy way.
Right.
It's not even a creepy way.
Right.
I want to just say this. It's not a creepy like that stuff. He's pretending to like kids more than he does.
I've always wanted to be a dad.
Okay.
Even when we were like, 20-something frat boys, I always wanted to be a dad, love kids. Also, as you know, I am fraudulent in that, like, I love kids, but I'm only with them for an hour.
Yeah.
It's easy to love kids. Run around, get them riled up,
Yeah.
throw them in the pool, and then you leave.
I guess that's part of it. You really get you only know that you're going to be there for an hour, so you really get yourself into the, oh, I love your kid. I want to.
Yeah.
But like you literally like we'll be at a party and we'll all be hanging out and like we'll literally just be like hanging out with a bunch of kids and like throwing the ball because nobody else wants to. And he's like, I'll do it.
I relate to the kids. I
Yeah.
relate to them a little more. I have babysat,
Yeah.
which was fucking exhausting.
I think you've tricked yourself into thinking that you actually enjoy it.
Well, I mean, isn't that the same as we all trick ourselves into
Yeah,
doing
this is
anything?
true.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously I'll happy to let you babysit, but I actually think like once you have kids, you'll be like, fuck this shit.
Of course, when your own
Yeah.
kids are keeping you up. And I actually think you and Jess, like for some of our other friends, they let me babysit real early. Like I think I babysat at like 2 or 3 months, which is pretty young, only for like a couple hours, just keeping them alive. I feel like you and Jess would be like, we're going out.
Totally.
We need like 90 minutes, 2 hours.
Day after delivery.
Yeah.
I want to go to Dantana's.
Yeah.
Karo.
Yeah.
Can I tell an embarrassing, because my wife's pregnant and I feel like every guy's like, oh, my sperm is so potent.
Yeah.
And then, you're like trying to get your wife pregnant. You're like, maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm not. Oh, maybe it's not like an army. Maybe I'm not Hercules. Like maybe I'm not shooting, an M15 grenade in there. Like whatever. It's like maybe I have a drip of like pathetic, sad sperm.
Yeah.
So we were trying for like 6 months, and at that point you gotta be like, oh, well, maybe we should see somebody. So we went and we saw this. It's called reproductive specialists, right? And so they were like, we have to go test your sperm. So I don't know if you've ever tested your sperm.
No, my sperm are just.
Yeah, you just assume this. Every guy, until they've actually tested it, just assume like, oh yeah, no, I can impregnate you by just throwing it at you.
I think Braveheart. I think the 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
my sperm is like an Indonesian, soccer stampede.
exactly.
Can't be stopped.
Everybody thinks
Not a great analogy.
everybody thinks they've got that Hefner super sperm. So you go to the reproductive partners, and let me just set the stage. So it's this beautiful place in Beverly Hills, and you go up there, and it's like mostly women, and it looks really nice. It's like, you're expecting like a wellness spa, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, I'm here to do the thing, and they're like, oh yeah, you're not on this nice floor. You're in the basement. So like immediately you go down to the basement and the vibe completely changes. There's no leather, there's no cushions. It's just like, it looks like you're like basically at an accounting office, and there's just these cubicles, and there's just this mouth breathing dude. And I'm just like, hey, I'm here to, do the thing. And he's like, yeah, fill out this form. I start filling it out. I'm like, name, age, and then it said method. So honestly, I genuinely was like, I don't know what to put. So I said to the guy, I'm like, excuse me, what do I put for method? And he looks at me with the most disdainful look I've ever seen in my life. And he goes, duh, masturbation. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess now that you said it, like obviously, but then why is there even an option? Like, could I have gotten a blowjob? You're like, I don't know, am I supposed to bring a pie with me to get this thing going?
What are the other options?
There aren't any. I don't, to my knowledge. So anyway, so after he shamed me, you go into the room that's literally this far apart from his office and all these office workers, so they can hear everything. And you go in, and I'm like,
why would they be hearing anything?
You have to masturbate.
You make sounds when you masturbate?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, probably. I'm a loud guy. I do everything loud. So, and yes, only because my wife has told me she's heard me masturbating. So yes.
Why? Your wife has heard you
Yeah,
masturbate?
of course. Come on.
To have the kid, you have to do
together.
it.
Yeah, we have to do sex. Yeah, I know. We will. We have.
Yes.
One time. We're good. So you go in there, and the guy brings me in, and it's, they always say like, oh, guys are animals, guys are scum. And then in that moment, I was like, yeah, well, maybe it's because you treat us like this. So I go in and like, I just want you to guess what they have like for you to like guess
materials.
Guess what they have for you just in terms of the setup. Do you think there's like a bed? Like, what do you think I'm actually masturbating on?
I'm guessing that there's something to sit on and it's covered in that like butcher paper, like at the doctor's.
Worse. Close, but worse. It's like a gross, used lazy boy chair, and there's no butcher paper. It's not like coming out of a clean roll. It's a dog wee-wee pad. Like a dog wee-wee pad. That's...
But you mean they launder it?
No. It's like a, one use. But I'm saying a dog wee-wee pad.
Oh, God.
With the blue...
So dehumanizing.
Dehumanized.
You're like an orc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an orc. It's a very orc-like, just the whole thing of it. And so he goes, well, would you just read the instructions? And it's like,
Read the instructions. Jerk once,
Nope.
jerk two. Okay.
nope. Step 1, wash your hands.
Okay.
Step 2,
Ugh.
wash your penis.
Shit, I've been doing it wrong for 30
Yeah.
years.
So you have to wash your penis. Step 3, no lube.
Oh, because I
They said no lube. Step 4, no spit. Dry.
That-
Dry.
I only do. That's how I masturbate.
You're joking.
No.
That's psychotic.
You use lube every time you masturbate?
Or spit. I mean, some sort of,
Oh, what? You spit in your head like fucking Brokeback Mountain?
you yank your really sensitive member with your dry, calloused hands.
I've got super.
That's sexual assault on your own member. That's abuse.
My hands are soft, and I've never worked a day of labor in my life. They're
It
very
is
no
true.
calluses.
You've never, yeah, it is true. You, as a writer, you're fine, I guess. Probably have pretty soft hands. You're always using like all kinds of.
Oh, I
lotions on your
moisturize
hand,
so
yeah.
much.
So you basically have half lubed hands anyway.
Does everybody use lube all the time?
I don't know. I mean, should we do a poll? I have no
Wow.
idea. Maybe it's a poll
But
question.
it's so messy.
I mean, yeah.
And you just put it back in your underwear after that, full
Yeah,
of lube.
you go back, and then you go back to work. Yeah, then you go back to, and then you go back to your shift at CVS.
So I've been doing dry hand
So
to
you wouldn't have
gland,
a problem with this.
hand to gland combat. I just heard it called.
Hand to gland.
Yeah.
Oh no, I need a layer.
But how do you wash your penis? What does this have to do with friendship?
You were talking about babysitting my
Okay. How the
my
baby
child.
came to be.
How the
baby
child came to be.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to wash it in the sink.
What do you mean wash it in the sink?
There's a sink in the room.
But you mean put it into the
I had to
sink?
put my junk in the sink.
How
in
high
this
is the
gross-
sink?
I mean, I had to. A little tippy toe action was needed. You know, it was a little uncomfortable.
And soap?
Yeah, soap. You have to. It says step 2, wash your unit. So I wash, do the thing, and then they give me the TV, and he closes the door, and he's right outside. I can hear him, and I couldn't figure out how to use the.
It was
TV.
on aux 1.
Yeah, it was on aux 1.
Is there a remote?
Yeah, there's a remote,
Oh,
but
that
it was on
remote is
aux.
disgusting.
The remote is disgusting. So then I'm doing with phone. Guess how long it took me?
Well, I'm going to say it took you 25 minutes.
27. That was really good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, this was
We're
Price is
too
Right.
good friends. We're too good at friends. Oh, I feel so gross.
27 is a long time. I bet you they only allotted 15. You know, like I don't even know how much time they allot for that. Like you would think 30 is max, like in terms of who they're scheduling. Because when I got out there were people hot on my heels, ready to go. By the way, this is the grossest part. So you finish your biz.
We haven't got to the grossest part yet? Okay.
Well, I did the biz. I don't want to get into the details of it.
Yeah.
If
If we're going to get an NC-17 rating on
no,
this.
no.
Yeah.
So afterwards, I do the thing, and it's in the jar, and the guy says, "Oh, you have to fill out your name on the thing. You have to tape it to the jar." And I'm like, "Do you have a pen?"
Jar?
Yeah, you put it in a
Cup?
jar in a cup.
Is it a mason jar?
No, it's not amazing.
Making
It's a little-
jams?
It's a little jam, little jam cup. And so he goes, you know, you gotta write your name down on it. So the pen is attached to a chain.
No.
Like you're at a bank. I mean, you are at a bank of sorts. I mean, you would think, give me a one-use pen that you open up out of a plastic container and you
Yeah.
throw it in the garbage.
Like
No.
a swab you use for a
yeah,
COVID test.
yeah, like like a
Yeah.
COVID pen.
Yeah.
Like a COVID pen.
Yeah.
Instead, no, on a chain. So I do the thing, and then you just walk out, and there's just a bunch of people like just typing away. Like literally, you walk out, and you think you're at Price Waterhouse, and then you walk outside, and you just see a bunch of other dudes just shamed, humiliated.
So you used your phone and headphones.
Yeah.
And did you go into your favorites or were you browsing?
I was just browsing. It took a while. I was just trying to figure out. It was trying to like get myself into like not paying attention to the guy's mouth breathing right outside.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, the results were great. They said it was very viscous, very voluminous. They said it tastes like pineapple. It was fantastic. And now my wife's pregnant.
They
so,
said, did you eat asparagus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Congratulations.
yeah. So it worked. But I mean, very humbling. Very humbling.
All right. That's our show, everybody.
What a good show.
Yeah.
Good times,
Um,
man.
There's one thing I want to ask our viewers, because I think it'll be a good topic for another show, is have you ever told a friend that you didn't like who they were dating?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that can be really thorny.
Yeah. We haven't got into that, but I think we could do a whole episode about that. And I'd like to hear some stories. Like, have you ever told someone like,
Could
you
be a
know,
friendship ender,
yeah, or a friendship beginner, or beginning of a divorce party?
which could be the best thing that could ever happen to you.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review. Write a review that says Aaron and Matt, two of the handsomest guys I know. We're on social at Man of the Year Podcast. Be good to yourself. Be good to your friends.
Love you,
buddy.
buddy.